Hello and welcome to episode 24 of Rebuilding Chelsea on FM23. I'm Jamie, and coming up on today's episode I've got both legs of our Europa Conference League quarter-final against Besiktas. And in the first leg we will be at home, and the team for that one is coming up in just a moment. Okay, here is the team then, and it is Simon in goal, back four is Cucurella, Botman, Silva and João Mario. It's Fernandes at the base of midfield, Mount and Bellingham ahead of him, Mudryk on the left, Sterling on the right, Moukoko up front. So let's submit the team and go and give a team talk. Okay, my assistant is recommending that we carry our last performance into this match and says we'll do well if we do. I agree with him, so we will point the finger, I think, and agree with him. So let's get into the tunnel. Given how impressive Chelsea were against Sheffield United, surely you're looking for a repeat performance. Absolutely, that will give us momentum, and if we can do that, the better. So that's great. Ben Chilwell misses out due to injury. How much of an absence will he be in this huge match? Players who are fit and available need to step up to the plate. João Mario has been in good form and starts again. How happy have I been? He deserves a lot of praise. So let's get into the action and see if we can get ourselves a first leg lead. So as always, first 10 minutes we'll just see how things play out, and then we'll make decisions. First highlight is a Chelsea highlight. Sterling down the left into Bellingham, back to João Mario. Enzo Fernandez is deflected and it's a penalty. Aguado with the foul, Mount with the spot kick, and he finds the back of the net, and it is Chelsea 1, Besiktas 0, and that's Mount's 20th of the season. So good start inside the first 10 minutes. Let's say focus, I think. Just remind the lads that this isn't job done. João Mario into Mount. Ball out to the left for Mudryk. Cuts in field. Hits the shot. And Mykhailo Mudryk makes it Chelsea 2, Besiktas 0. And we've played 12 minutes. So we're off to a great start. And if we can keep this going, we could have this sewn up in the first leg. Bruno Costa into Gazal, and Unai Simon is forced to shovel it behind. So corner to Besiktas. Gazal with the in-swinging corner, headed away by Mount, and the highlight comes to an end. So I'm going to demand more because we've begun to let Besiktas back into it a little. So let's demand more and see if we can get another goal, as that's played forward by Besiktas, but Simon collects, bowls it out to Antonio Silva, ball to Botman, who comes forward and finds Cucurella, into Mudryk, finds Mount, out to Cucurella on the left, forward to Mudryk, Mudryk plays it through for Bellingham, and he can't beat the keeper. Mudryk picks up the loose ball, finds Cucurella, and the highlight comes to an end. So just over half an hour gone, still holding that 2-0 lead. Sterling, now it's Mount, back to Silva. João Mario dispossessed, but we win it straight back. Bellingham, and he crosses it in. Sterling's flick on, and it's all the way through to Mert in the Besiktas goal. He comes right out to the edge of his area, launches it over halfway. João Mario's header, flick on finds Mount, Enzo Fernandez to Bellingham, Antonio Silva out to Sterling on the right, back for Bellingham, through to Sterling, into Moukoko, and that's a penalty. And it'll be Mason Mount again from the spot. And he sends the keeper the wrong way, makes it 3-0 to Chelsea. And that's his 50th goal for the club. And this match is certainly won. One more goal, and I'd say the tie probably is as well. So Mount to Botman, Mount again, Botman to Mount. Forward for Bellingham, he's in on goal, can't beat the keeper. Mudryk keeps it in play, finds Cucurella. Sterling is beaten to it, but João Mario picks up the loose ball, plays it back to Enzo Fernandez, Mount into Mudryk, and Moukoko is denied by the keeper. They get it out for a throw-in, and the highlight comes to an end, but then we get an immediate next highlight. Antonio Silva to Mount, Fernandez to Antonio Silva, Botman to Mount, forward by Mount, and it's headed back to the keeper by Ongwene. Merritt will clear this. Yeah, they've all vacated the area. He's launched it long. Bellingham, Mount back to Botman, finds Cucurella, Mount into Mudryk, who plays it back to Botman, Mount, diagonal ball forward for Sterling, who brings it down, plays it back to João Mario, rounds his man, pulls it back for Bellingham, and it's deflected over the bar for a corner. So far we are keeping the pressure up. Mason Mount's corner, headed away, and Sterling beaten to it, and the highlight comes to an end. So can we manage to get another goal? Not before half-time. There's the half-time whistle. Chelsea 3, Besiktas 0. So let's get in the dressing room. Yeah, we've got to be happy with the way things are going. So we'll outstretch the arms and agree with our assistant. Let's have a look at substitutions. And we're going to make 2. So we'll take Bellingham off and bring on Kai Havertz. And we'll take Mason Mount off and bring on Reece James, both for fitness related reasons. In fact, I'm also going to take Mykhailo Mudryk off for the same reason, and we'll bring on... Who will we bring on? I think we'll bring on Evanilson. So we'll continue into the second half. We've used 3 subs. And the first highlight is a Besiktas one. It's played out to their left-hand side, but João Mario can clear, finds Sterling, who beats his first man, takes on a second, and then plays it to Reece James into Evanilson, finds Moukoko, and that should be a goal, and it is 4-0. So this should be tie over at this point. As long as we don't concede in this leg, I don't see a way for Besiktas to come back. As it's played forward by Besiktas, Silva wins it, finds Havertz, James, João Mario to Sterling. It's played through for Moukoko, but he's beaten to it. Evanilson's picked up a knock, so we may have to substitute the substitute, which is never a good thing, but I'd rather do that than risk an injury. So, and we gave Besiktas a really good chance there. They haven't taken it. I am going to take Evanilson off, I'll bring on Abde, and that leaves me, I think, with one substitution left. So I am going to hold on to that one for as long as I can, and maybe with about 10 minutes left, let's have a look at one more. So we've made 4. So we've got one more left. And coming on, I'm going to take Sven Botman off and bring on Wesley Fofana. So we'll confirm that substitution, and let's see if we can see out a nice 4-0 win in the first leg. And it looks like we're going to do exactly that. And there is the full-time whistle. Chelsea 4, Besiktas 0. I'll play the league game off camera, and I'll bring you back for the second leg in just a moment. Okay, well, following a surprising 2-1 defeat off camera against Bournemouth in the Premier League, it is now time for the second leg against Besiktas. And the team for this one is Simon in goal. Back 4 is Cucurella, Botman, Silva and James. Bellingham is at the base of midfield, with Havertz and Mount ahead of him. Mudryk on the left, Sterling on the right, Moukoko up front. So let's submit the team. Go and give a team talk. Okay, my assistant wants me to tell the lads to show everyone the recent praise is justified and put on a real show. I'm going to disagree with him actually on this one. I think we'll point the finger, forget all about the first leg, don't approach it with anything less than 100% focus. Mood in the dressing room. We're in a great place at the moment. Does being the Europa Conference League's leading goal scorers give you confidence you're always going to be in with a chance of winning? I like to play attacking football, and it's important we continue to do that. Given the way he's been playing, is shutting Alvaro Guardo down a priority? He's a fine player, but I have fine players too. So let's get into the match, and let's see the job through. We're 4-0 up from the first leg, so there should be absolutely no danger of going out, but we're looking to try and win the second leg as well. And we already know which tie is going to provide the opponents for whoever does go through from this game, and it should be us without a shadow of a doubt. Mount into the area, and it ends up in the arms of Mert in the Besiktas goal. And our opponents will come from the Sparta Prague versus Wolfsburg tie, and it looks like it's going to be Wolfsburg at the moment that will be the opponents we'll face in the next round. Reece James into Bellingham, back to Cucurella, finds Havertz. It's played through for Mount, and he can't beat the keeper and doesn't even force the corner. So 25 minutes gone. I think we need to demand more at this stage and try and force the issue. As Bruno Costa plays it out, Ghazal gives it straight to Botman, but we've given it away immediately. Ghazal's ball forward, and they're in behind, but that is a brilliant block from Unai Simon. The expense of a corner, but we'll settle for that. Ghazal with the left-footed outswinger, and it's headed away. The highlight comes to an end, and we are approaching the final few minutes of the first half. As the shot comes in and it's over the crossbar. So into the final 5 minutes, still 0-0 on the night, 4-0 on aggregate in our favour. So job done as far as the first half is concerned. It's important to stay focused. I'm going to make some changes. Botman's going to come off and bring on Fofana. What else am I going to do? I am going to take off Mason Mount for Enzo Fernandez. And I am also going to take off, in fact I'll bring João Mario on for Reece James, and I'm going to take Antonio Silva off and bring on Kalidou Koulibaly. Okay, so only leaving myself one change after half time, but I think that was necessary just to shake things up a little. We'll demand more, and let's see if we can manage to grab a win in the second leg. The other tie is still Sparta Prague 0, Wolfsburg 1, and I think that is enough for Wolfsburg to go through. I will confirm that afterwards, obviously, as 65 minutes gone, and I'm going to take Moukoko off and bring on Evanilson up front. Ongwene plays it to Alcaraz into I can't even pronounce his name, unfortunately. I'm not going to try and butcher it. Enzo Fernandez on the right plays it back to João Mario, finds Bellingham, and his ball in finds Moukoko, who finds the back of the net. It's been disallowed though. It remains 0-0 as Ghezal plays it in, and it's over the top from the header. So into the final 15 minutes, it's still 0-0. Mudrik's free kick to the far post. Fofana with the header, and it is Besiktas 0, Chelsea 1, 5-0 on aggregate. So we look like we are going to win both legs. João Mario with the throw-in. Sterling gives it back to him. Koulibaly to Fernandez. Sterling into Evanilson. He shoots, it's blocked. Ghezal to Onur, who clears. Fofana finds Cucurella. Bellingham to Havertz. Havertz ball out to Sterling on the right. Sterling plays it into Fernandez. He's tackled, and it's played across the area, and Havertz shoots wide. So into the final 6 or 7 minutes, Ongwene takes it off his goalkeeper, finds his other centre-back. Aguado to Semi. Alcaraz plays it back to Coley. Coley plays it down the left-hand side for Semi. Semi plays it back to Alcaraz. Aguado to Uchan, and Kiliksoy puts it in the back of the net, but it's been disallowed. It is still Besiktas 0, Chelsea 1, and that looks like how it's going to end up. And there is the confirmation: Besiktas 0, Chelsea 1. I'll be back in a moment to show you the Premier League table and to tell you what's coming up on the next episode. Okay, here is the Premier League table then, and as you can see, despite the defeat to Bournemouth, we are still inside the top 4 with 64 points from our 32 matches played. and still on track for the top 4 finish that we need. So let's have a look at when we're going to come back. And as I've said, because we're not going to win the Premier League, I am going to focus in on the Europa Conference League, and I'm going to show you both legs of our Europa Conference League semi-final against Wolfsburg. So we'll be at home in the first leg again, away in the second leg, and that is coming up on the next episode. So if you've enjoyed that, please leave a nice thumbs up on there for me. Subscribe to the channel for Monday to Friday Football Manager videos. Thank you very much indeed for watching, and goodbye.